It's been well over 20 years since I had been to the Grand Canyon, and Krista has never been. Originally, we had decided we wanted to go to the Eastern Sierras to go hiking and, just enjoying a weekend away, and Krista mentioned that she had never been to the Grand Canyon, so we switched things up, and that's where we're headed.
So, you've tried to give me this time,
We don't get to get away just the two of us a lot. We do try to get away at least once or twice a year, just the two of us. And I think that's important as a couple because it gives you that time to just reconnect, especially once you've had kids. Being able to have that time to reconnect and just spend time together. Well, we have made it to the Grand Canyon right as it started pouring rain. I'm gonna head out and set up the tent, hopefully, if it doesn't start lightning. It was barely sprinkling when we got to check in, and now it is absolutely pouring. But that's what makes it fun. We made it! We survived the night. It was pouring rain. We got the tent set up underneath the easy up, and it rained most of the night, probably till about midnight with lightning, and it was good fun, but we stayed dry. We didn't really cook dinner because it was raining too hard, but we've made it, and we just pulled up to the Grand Canyon, and we're about to get out of the car, and Krista is about to go see it, and she's gonna love it. And she said she's gonna drop her phone in there on accident, so we're gonna try not to do that. Immediately, as you start to head down Bright Angel Trail, the views are just absolutely breathtaking. It's a whole different perspective once you've gone below the canyon rim. It's hard to explain, it's really hard to describe, but it's just a whole different view once you've headed down the trail a little ways. Hiking down Bright Angel Trail this morning, and we just went a little ways to test it out because there's going to be thunderstorms coming in this afternoon. So we didn't want to get too far and get stuck on the side in a thunderstorm. But it's a really nice hike, and we're going to head back up. We've gone not quite half a mile down, and it is very steep. So you definitely don't want to head down too far if it's going to be hot and you're not up to the hike back up, because coming down is all downhill and going up is all uphill. So the back is definitely going to be the hard part. We're definitely going to have to head back down tomorrow morning and try this trail again so that we can get a little further and stay ahead of the thunderstorms. The climb back up to the rim is actually quite difficult, even for the short distance that we've climbed down today. Just going back up this half a mile is quite strenuous. Once we made it back to the top, we decided to head down the rim trail. This trail travels along the south rim of the Grand Canyon. As you head out of the Grand Canyon Village, you just follow the paved path, and it heads up a pretty steep incline for the first half a mile or so. But it's paved, and then it levels out as you get up to, just right along the rim. And the views from the rim are just breathtaking all along the way. It's so cool to look off between these trees, and you can just see out into the canyon, and you can see down off the side, off the cliff, and just off into the distance. And the only way I've ever been able to describe the Grand Canyon is that it doesn't look real when you see it in person. It really looks like a painting, and that doesn't make sense until you see it in person. It's amazing. Now that section of trail after, I believe it's Hopi Point, was right on the edge. So if you have a aversion to heights, you might want to consider maybe taking the shuttle around that section, because you are literally right on the edge and it is straight off. Great thing about this rim trail, this portion of it anyways, it really travels along a large distance of the Grand Canyon. But for this section west of the Grand Canyon Village, it is paralleled by the shuttle buses. So you can ride the shuttle buses along the same route, or you can go ahead and just hike the trail. And I wouldn't say the trail is difficult. The first half a mile or so is inclined, and then it levels out. We're on like a ledge on both sides.
Like in the middle of the canyon.
It's great that this section of the Grand Canyon has the shuttle buses, because it really allows everyone to get to all those spectacular viewpoints. But there's something about walking along the trail in between that, while the whole trail may not be the viewpoint that everyone's looking for, might not be the destination, the specific place that people want to go, there's so much along the way that you miss if you just jump on the tram and ride along. It reminds me of one of my favorite quotes by Edward Abbey. A man on foot, on horseback, or on a bicycle will see more, feel more, enjoy more in 1 mile than the motorized tourist can in 100 miles. And it's so absolutely true. Sometimes you just need to get out and walk a little while. And you can see what you're really missing. And how often do we want to do that in life? We just want to skip. We just want to skip to the good part, to the destination, to the view. But we don't want to do the part in between, where the work is. We want life to be easy and full of only the best moments. But the Bible tells us that that's not going to happen. It says that we will have trials and tribulations, that we will face hard times, that life is going to be difficult. But the experience you get along the way doing that part, getting through those things with people, that's where real relationship is built. That's where real connection is built. That's where endurance and perseverance is built. That's where you can find love and appreciation. Things you don't find only at the top of the mountain. The 1.5 mile rest house is a turnaround point that a lot of day hikers use along the Bright Angel Trail. There's a restroom and an opportunity to refill your water bottle, and a good place just to enjoy your snacks and try to keep the locals from sneaking a bite. It's also a really great place just to take in the view, to really just reflect on what you've done so far, and a place to realize that the journey's not over. That you still have some climbing to do even after reaching this destination. This hike is a lot different because the summit, or the destination, the point you're trying to get to, is actually at the bottom. And so the hard work comes after reaching that point. It's a lot like that in life sometimes. We think that after we've reached the destination that it's just smooth sailing after that. But oftentimes there's a lot of hard work to do. To continue moving forward, to continue growing, to continue building, to get to destinations that we haven't even dreamed of yet. You never know where the path will lead when you continue just putting one foot in front of the other and taking in every moment along the way. This weekend has been a wonderful time spent in nature and spent with my favorite person. And I can't wait to see what the next adventure is going to be.